To Divine Public School. I'm your science teacher. We are learning chapter 14, Natural Resources. Now, we learned last time regarding wind, how does the rain comes, right? Pressure difference, how does they become a water droplet, right? We have understood such things. Now, if you move to the next thing, it is an air pollution. Now, this is of a major problem over the world. As you know, the air pollution creates because of number of reasons, okay, but the main reason for it and what are the content in the air that makes it pollute, right? Now the air is composed of carbon dioxide, right, oxygen, but that's not it. It has many more gases also into it, even though that is in a small amount, but still they are, okay. So what are those two gases? We hear that the increasing levels of oxides of sulfur and nitrogen. These oxides, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, those things, those things really matters, and this is what we are talking about. People often, right, say okay, the air get polluted. So what is there? It get polluted, or what are the things it should have? All these things, right, you can understand with this small. Let me show you. The fossil fuel like coal, petroleum contains small amount of nitrogen and sulfur. Now the fossil fuel as in form of coal and petroleum, right, we all are using. Now such thing, if you see such thing, this coal and petroleum, when they get burned, what do they produce? They produce oxides of nitrogen and sulfur. What do they produce? Oxides of nitrogen and sulfur, right? So this is the first thing. When you inhale these gases, they are dangerous. Now how they are dangerous? I'll tell you. They also get dissolved into the rainwater and it will become an acid rain, right? You must have heard many a times about acid rain. So this is what actually happened, right? What happened in an acid rain is this thing. This combustion of fossil fuel also increase the amount of suspended particles in the air, right? So this keep on increasing and our rainwater will become acidic. Now where such rain is very dangerous for us also and the nature also. It can destroy plants, many more things, okay. Now going ahead, this suspended particles can be burned, unburned carbon particles, we call it as hydrocarbon. So this is one of the more element which is added, right? Second thing, right? So this is one thing I told you. Presence of such high levels of all this pollutant cause visibility to be lowered. So such pollutants, because of this pollutant, our visibility will be lower. It has a problem with night, especially in a cold weather, right? When the water are condensed, so when the water droplets are condensed in it, right? At that time, this thing is more effective. This is called smog, right? So what happens is when more hydrocarbons are there, you see the atmosphere will become smoggy, right? We call it fog and all. Because of that, our visibility, right, it does not affect our eyes, but it because of atmosphere you cannot see further ahead, right? So this is one thing, right? Second thing, this is known as smog, right, and which we call it as indication of air pollution. So whenever you see such thing a lot, you think this is an air pollution over here. Moving ahead, if you see, studies have shown that regularly breathing air contains such substances can, now if you keep on breathing such substances, you get an incident of allergies, cancer and even heart diseases. So think how does it affecting us. So if you stay near to a polluted area, you might be suffering, you might be suffer in a future with all those things. Such substances, harmful substances, we call it as air pollution. So air pollution includes, as what I said, what? It includes so many things like oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, and also hydrocarbons, right, which comes while burning fuel, coal, right, all these things. Acid rain creates a lot of this thing. So I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. So that is about air pollution. The next topic is water, a wonder liquid. Like, you know, without water we cannot survive. We all know that without water we all cannot survive, right? So our survival, it all depends upon water, right? Definitely we require food also, and we require good air also. So but everything here, it depends upon the first and the foremost thing, water. Now second, if we talk water occupies, you know, 70 percentage of our earth is covered with water, but that water is not drinkable. It is not, it is salty water. We cannot drink that water, right? Even very few amount of proportion of water, it is meant for drinking. Now water occupies a very large area on the of the earth, first thing, right? Some amount of water exists in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere, and most of the water of our earth's surface is found in sea and oceans, which is saline, right? Saline means salty water. You know, we all cannot drink. Fresh water can be found, right, in terms of ice caps at two poles, frozen. So you know how does this river flow? Those frozen ice get melt and converted into river and all, right? Even the water can be found in terms of rivers, lakes, pond, and also are also fresh. We can also drink those water, right? But it need require a little purification. Now availability of fresh water varies from place to place. Even most places have face a shortage of water. If you know the Saurashtra region, over there we have a lot of scarcity. We have a lot of scarcity of water. Okay, so why? The reason is this only. Scarcity of water is because of this thing. Coming back to the next question, right, where the water supply systems have not been installed. Okay, now, but why is water so necessary? Question is that when you drink water, what will happen in your body? So we are going to discuss a little more on it. See, what happens is, do all organisms require water, and all the cellular processes takes place in the water medium? All this reaction takes place within our body, and within the cell occur between substances that are dissolved in water. So all cellular processes require water. That is, water is so necessary, because it is those cells only, because of that we are able to grow and we are able to uh, do well, right? So see, hence organisms need to maintain the levels of water within the bodies. In order to stay alive, terrestrial life forms require fresh water for this, because their bodies cannot tolerate to get rid of high amount of dissolved salt in saline water. Exactly. Again I repeat, organism need to maintain the level of water. So see, timely you get thirsty. Why you get thirsty? Because the water requirement by your cell, it keep on increasing. So because of that it is keeping you like this. Now hence organism need to maintain the level of water. Terrestrial life forms require fresh water. We require fresh water, animals require fresh water, right? Their bodies cannot tolerate to get rid of high amount of dissolved salt. Thus, water source need to be easily accessible for animals and plants to survive on land, right? That's why we need to water plants. We need to water. We need to give water to our animals because of all these things, right? So, after compiling the result of above these things, the relation between the amount of available water and the number of variety of plants and animals that live in a given area, if we found a great variety and abundance of life in a region that receives 5 centimeters of rain in the year, or a region of 2 centimeter over the year, right? So what they are trying to tell you is the life form is more better if we have a good rainfall, right? If we have a good rainfall. So think a little about it, that suppose you are living in an area, right, where you have an acid rain and all, or the area where acid rain falls is frequent and a lot of pollution. Do you think all this thing will survive? No, it is very difficult, right? So water is also one of the essential thing. Okay, so I hope you are getting what I'm trying to say. Water is a wonder liquid. Why? The life form exists, it can survive only and only because of water. Okay, so I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Let's see, we will discuss about more on tomorrow in the next session. Okay, so we will see water and its water pollutions and about soil later. So basically we have discussed air, now we are discussing water, and then we are going to discuss about soil. Fine, that's it for a day. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next session.